let's just go through the slate and see what happens. Starting with Civil War. I don't know the director or anything, so any
Yeah.
info
Okay.
you
Yeah.
have? Yeah,
So the
yeah, yeah.
director is Alex Garland, who did Ex Machina, uh, Annihilation, the Natalie Portman one, and it has
Mm.
the sound effect that everybody like memes with. He did Men, which I explained to you, but you didn't watch it.
That's the horror. I remember that
Yeah, yeah, yeah.
movie. Okay, yeah,
Yeah, he did those three movies, and then he did this one.
got it. Okay. So, what were your thoughts on this Civil
Yeah.
War?
So going in, I knew he. Okay, I don't want to say he's pretentious, but he's kind of a artsy director, I'd say, because I'm not. I know people are huge fans of his other movies, the ones I just said. I wasn't a big fan of them. I know people love Annihilation. I did not get that movie at all. Men, I actually thought was okay. That people don't like that movie though. So going into this, I was like, you know, I'm optimistic. I don't want nothing artsy fartsy, but you can try something. But I was actually surprised at how straightforward it was. It is not even trying to be artsy fartsy at all. Other than it doesn't explain why they're doing the Civil War. I actually okay, yeah, I like that they don't explain why they're having the war, because that's not it's really yeah. I bought into the pretentious stuff. It's not really about the war. It's about I think he needed a reason for why a war would take place in America. He wanted to show war that happens elsewhere in the world, but have it happen in America. That's all. That's the only reason why he wanted it to take place here, is to have that visual of this awful war going on, but happening where we live. Because that way is it kind of adds to the story about these journalists going through what they go through, in in actual real life. But putting it in the context of America makes it oh, it's kind of jarring. So
Mm.
overall, I liked it. I liked how straightforward and fast it is. I thought it was a decent, okay, solid movie. I thought the action scenes were pretty decent. The sound design in the theater, every time there was a gunshot, I was like, oh,
Mm.
So yeah, the sound design was really good. The soundtrack too, I thought was all right, but overall, just a fine, all right movie. Quick, fun watch. Yeah. What
Yeah,
about you?
the action was pretty good. I'll start there. That was a positive. The shooting in the military stuff interesting. I'm the opposite of you. I think they took the most boring part of a potential civil war and ran with that, which was super boring. And for background, I was a journalism major. I went to school for this, and I was like, I do not find this interesting at all. But and part of it too, I think that took me out of it was I didn't find it to be realistic. I can't imagine any sort of slightly realistic journalist even being that thirsty for a photo or two. You know what I mean?
Mm,
Because they were thirsty for getting the shot and all that
yeah.
stuff, which I didn't. I was kind of like, okay, I guess, but um, I don't know. It was kind of weird to me,
Yeah.
but yeah, I just feel like all the interesting parts of a theoretical modern civil war were kind of just glossed over. They never said
Mm,
why, or we're literally just following photographers getting pictures and experiencing trauma. Um, which there's parts of it that's oh god, where she's falling on the bodies and stuff. I was kind of like,
mm.
ooh, that's kind of ugly, but uh, for the most part, especially the ending, I don't know. What should I have gotten out of that? I don't know.
I don't know. She became who she wanted to be, but at what cost? I guess.
Yeah.
See, that's what I like, because I feel like this director would normally, beat us over the head with it, and, look how deep and profound it is. But I feel like he was more reserved and just was more straightforward. Ended the movie, and I was like, all right,
Yeah.
awesome. And now he's
And
done making movies, though. He retired, he said.
wow.
Yeah.
Huh. There was that one quote in the movie where, toward the beginning, she said it was something like we shoot it so other people ask
Yeah, I know.
about
I
it
know
or
what you're
something
talking
like
about.
that. And I was like, what does that even mean? Because then they go into the store later too, and then she's like, "Oh yeah, we're aware of it, but we're just gonna stay out of it," which is
Yeah.
so how far nuanced, or I don't know. I guess that's kind of the point of the movie too. Are you really
Making a
still nuanced
difference.
if you're
Yeah.
that deep into it, as a journalist? I don't know.
Yeah.
Overall, though, I just didn't find it. It just didn't grab me. I
Yeah.
guess that's the simplest way I can say it.
I just find it interesting how it's making money because I don't know what about this movie is like appealing, but apparently it is. You know.
I think, well, the idea of an American Civil War in the
I guess
modern
so.
day is
Yeah.
pretty interesting, but I just think
And the marketing is like kind of leaning into
it's
that.
kind of debatey, no?
Yeah, that's true.
But like what they actually did with it was, I don't know. I thought, I guess I had higher expectations too.
Yeah. Yeah, I don't know. I also like the different characters. I like how each character, they're like the four main group. I liked how they tried to incorporate like all aspects, I guess, of like the journalism. Like there's like Kirsten Dunst is the the high end, probably at her peak. There's the guy who's the interviewer, and then the old man, who's like towards the end of his career, and then we have the newbie. So I thought the choice of characters was really interesting.
Hmm. Yeah, it's kind of, well, I don't want to spoil it actually, but what'd you think of
I mean,
the
if I think you're gonna spoil it, you're gonna spoil. It's like, who was gonna say like that was not gonna happen? I think everybody in the back of their head was like, yeah, you know.
yeah. Yeah, that's true. Anyway, but like okay, there was also that one actor. Okay, I don't know his name. He's always like a side character. He's the
Yeah.
one that shot
Yeah.
you know who I'm talking about?
Yeah.
He has like the little eyes. And
Yeah.
he's like that guy's always comes up in movies.
He was in Killers.
Yeah. Oh, really? He was good in his little
Yeah,
part. Though.
yeah, he was really good. And one scene too. What kind of American are you? I know. Me and the person I watched the movie with, we were like memeing that part because like the context of the scene is like, bro, why didn't you just lie? The guy, he said where he's from, and then we were just like, why?
Yeah, it's
Why?
like, bro, just like.
But he was crying a little bit way too much, so I was like, it's probably gonna happen anyway. But
Yeah, that whole like start of the scene, even in the beginning, the old guy's like, "Yo, don't go in there," and they're like, "Yo, I'm gonna go in there," and I was like, "Bro, you guys are just asking to die." Like, it's so
Yeah.
stupid, that whole part. But yeah, anyway, I don't know. Do you have any other notes on this movie?
I mean, that's about it.
It kind of is what it is.
Yeah.
Yeah. I think there's just too many unrealistic parts for me to really get into it. Like, part of me also at a time where I was like, why would they even need to be this far in there? Couldn't they just use like a drone or something? Or there has to be some other more modern way to like document this stuff.
Well, the
than
whole thing
having
was they're
them-
just trying to get to the president, right?
Yeah, no, but like why
as
did they
everything else-
physically
getting
have to
everything
be
else.
there as the press? It just
Yeah.
like,
I don't know how it all works, but
yeah, I don't. I'm being a little bit nitpicky, but that was just what I was
Yeah.
thinking during the movie. But what would you give it out of 5?
I always say this, I always say that too. If I did halves, it'd be like a 3.5, but I'm going 4. I liked how the pacing also was really well done too. Like I think that's what it is. I'm a sucker for movies that are like really to the point, really fast. And this movie was not long, right? It's only like an hour 30 something. I love that. Yeah, like the
Yeah.
fluff. Yeah.
Yeah, it didn't feel super long, so that was
Yeah.
good. I'm going 2.5 here. I thought it was okay. It was
Yeah.
I don't know. I just
Did you know that people were saying this was like movie of the year before it came out?
really.
How do you feel about that?
Well, okay, wait. It's April. What is my movie of the year right now?
Probably Dune, right?
It's probably Dune 2, and this was not better than Dune 2. So
Yeah, this premiered at a film festival, and it was like getting rave reviews, and I was like, oh damn, all right, what a year, 2020. I
Hold
thought
on.
it was just okay. My top of the year right now is Lisa Frankenstein. Dude, that movie is crazy. It's really funny.
damn, I didn't watch that.